What's going on, guys? UFC Fight Night. Buckley versus Usman just went down. I did a live stream. Yeah, I did a live stream. It was like 6.5 hours long for all the fights, so that was cool. First fight: Jamie Lynn Horth versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Vanessa Demopoulos was just too small. She couldn't land on Jamie Lynn Horth. She wasn't able to take her down. So not a very interesting fight. Nothing really happened. Jamie Lynn Horth was just much bigger. She was piecing Demopoulos up at range. So good performance from Horth, but I feel like she could have finished that fight if she pushed a little more. But let's move on to the next one. Phil Rowe versus Angelusa. Now, round one. Phil Rowe gets taken down, controlled the whole round. Round two, round one actually. I think at the end of round one he got up and he was starting to put it on Angelusa, and then he got fucking dropped. And then round two he got taken down and controlled, lost that round. Round three he's losing. He gets taken down again, but he gets up and he puts a fucking brutal beating on Angelusa, knocked his mouth guard out, and beat him up for 2 minutes. The finishing sequence was literally him with his hand on Lusa's face, pushing it against the cage, and just fucking winging him with right hooks. It was a brutal fucking finish and great performance from Phil Rowe. He needed that win, so I'm happy I got this pick right. I'm happy he got a finish. And this was an extremely impressive win because Angelusa's never been finished before, even against JDM. So that was a great performance from. Yeah, if you guys are noticing the weird little cuts, it's because my mic keeps fucking cutting out. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah. Phil Rowe, incredibly impressive performance. Good shit. Next fight, Ricky Simone versus Cameron Smotherman. Interesting fact: when Ricky Simone was holding Smotherman up against the fence, he actually said to him, "You're under arrest." So that's a cool little fact. But Smotherman just wasn't able to defend the takedowns early on. He did well in round three. Um, he started landing some good shots, but Ricky Simone beat him on the feet too. Like round one and two, he was landing some nice jabs. He landed good right hands and left hooks. He was just the better MMA fighter. But Cameron Smotherman, he did okay. Not a whole lot to talk about with this fight. Ricky Simone just did what he does. He mixes his striking and grappling together very well. His top pressure is great. If you get taken down, it's going to be very hard to get up. Yeah, Ricky Simone, good win. Not very exciting, but yeah, good shit from Ricky Simone. But on to the next one. Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. I told you guys, Jose Ochoa is very good. Um, round one, he goes out there. He's absolutely piecing Cody Durden up, landing his teep kicks, his body kicks, long left hands, right hooks, uppercuts. He's landing the whole fucking kitchen sink. And he does get taken down, but he got back up, and he actually got wobbled by Cody Durden because he was getting so fucking wild. But that didn't deter him because as soon as round two starts, he goes out there, plants the nastiest uppercut of all time on Cody Durden's chin, wobbles him, and then he follows up with a left hook. And then by that point, Cody Durden's out cold, and then he lands like four more ground and pound shots, and then Durden is really out cold. So this guy, I told you, he had that close fight with Loner Kavanaugh. If you're having close fights with Loner Kavanaugh, you are a fucking beast because Loner Kavanaugh is extremely good. So this is a great win for Jose Ochoa. I mean, he did way better than Joshua Van. So this guy is a great prospect at flyweight. He's dangerous. He trains at Shooter Box. You can fucking tell watching him fight that he trains there. He's an amazing striker. He's got good takedown defense. He's got, I mean, I would assume with these long ass arms he's got good fucking guillotines, Darce chokes, anacondas. So he's very well rounded, but you know, this guy is fucking sick. If you guys didn't see this fight, this was one of the fights that I would recommend you check out. Um, Amazing performance. If you put away Cody Durden like that, you've got a bright future at flyweight. But on to the next fight. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Chris Moutinho. Now, this fight went as I thought it would. This is exactly what Wellmaker should have done. Moutinho got fucking smoked. So we start the fight. Wellmaker goes out there. He's landing a lot of body kicks. And eventually, in the first round, he lands a body kick. And then he lifts his knee up like he's faking a kick. And then as he brings his leg down, he swings the most fucking powerful right hook of all time. Cracks Moutinho right on the chin. Fucking sleeps him brutally in round one. Malcolm Wellmaker is a problem. I will say he was over swinging on some of his punches in this fight. He throws 100% effort in every single strike. So I would like to see him be a little bit more reserved in his future fights. You know, you don't have to throw everything with full power because he's gonna gas out. Like he started looking a little bit tired even in round one, in this fight. So I would like to see him, you know, kind of not throw everything at full power. And I'd like to see him fight somebody who's gonna test his grappling next, because I think he's gonna have good takedown defense, but I just want to confirm it. So maybe him versus Ricky Simone would be a good fight to make. I think that'd be a tough test for him. So yeah, I'd like to see him get tested with a really tough opponent in his next fight. But I think this guy's the real deal. He is one of the best prospects at bantamweight. So keep your eye on Malcolm Wellmaker. Hopefully he gets another performance bonus, because that was a sick knockout. But on to the next one. Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. This is where the card absolutely drops off of a cliff. Michael Chiesa won. They were shadow boxing at range the whole time, throwing flimsy body kicks, whiffing on right hands and left hands, respectively. Um, it was just a terrible fight to watch. They both looked terrible, but Michael Chiesa did a little bit more, so he won. Um, Cut both these guys from the UFC. This is just Michael Chiesa is a death sentence to any fucking card he's on. The momentum is just gonna go downhill. He's terrible to watch. Court McGee is like 95 years old. He's been in the UFC since I was 2. I'm 17 now. Get this guy out of here, dude. What the hell are we doing? This was a terrible fight. Disgraceful. They're both old. They're washed. Just stop. Get rid of this. Get rid of these guys. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that one. But on to the next one. Paul Craig versus Adolfo Bellato. Now, Adolfo Bellato was looking good on the feet. He was landing some good strikes. It was looking like it was just going to be a matter of time until he chinned Paul Craig. But somehow I forget how they ended up on the ground. Bellato was on top, and Paul Craig lands an illegal up kick. Now, when he landed this up kick, it looked like Bellato lost his balance, but he was still kind of aware, so he looked at the ref as he was falling, like, what the fuck? And then, when he hit his head on the back of the canvas, that's when he went out. And then, yeah, it was a no contest. I think it's a dumb rule. I think up kicks should be allowed. I don't see why they're not allowed, even if your opponent's knee is touching the floor. I think they should just be allowed. But, yeah, illegal up kick. A lot of people were saying Bellato was faking it. I don't think he was faking it. I think he just went out cold when the back of his head hit the canvas, and he fell down really hard. So, yeah, I don't think he faked it, but this was disappointing because I feel like we were in for a brutal KO anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, not much to talk about. It was a no contest, but that's okay. On to the next one: Alonzo Menifield versus Omar Sy or C. I don't know how to say his name. Alonzo won. He won round 1 in 3. Round one, he was actually landing a lot of good shots on Sai. He was cracking him with overhands and left hooks. Sai's defense is fucking terrible. I don't know why I put this guy in my prospect video. Round two, he held Alonzo against the cage the whole time. He was switching from single legs to double legs. He literally just bent over at the hips. He could not get a takedown. It was fucking terrible, and they both looked terrible on the feet. They were hitting air. They barely threw punches in the first place, and when they did, they would just throw one big shot, no combos. Um, Umar Sy has a pretty nice jab. It's a shame he doesn't fucking throw it. Um, yeah, terrible performance from both guys, but I'm glad Alonzo won because that was robberyable. It was a close fight, but yeah, terrible to watch, and it's a shame because we need prospects at light heavyweight, and we found out that Omar Sy, who was probably the best prospect besides Zhang Ming Yang, actually sucks. So yeah. But on to the next one, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Cody Brundage. Now, round one, razor close round. They're both being very patient. Cody landed some good right hands as Mansour crashed in. But in round one, I gave it to Mansour because he landed a front kick to the face that actually hurt Cody Brundage pretty bad. So I had to give him that round. Round two, same story, pretty close, but Mansour landed the bigger shots. Round three, he goes out there like a bat out of hell, drops Cody Brundage. Then they start swinging in the pocket. They go full retard. And then eventually Mansour backs Brundage up to the fence, throws a knee. He completely misses it and headbutts Brundage. And then Brundage couldn't fight anymore. So, because Brundage got fouled, this is just like Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Because he got fouled, he lost the fight. Because it was past the halfway point of the fight, so they score the fucking rounds, including round three. Round three was like 30 seconds long. What are you scoring the fucking round for? Just fucking stupid that you can win a fight by doing a foul. That's just what this is. They both looked like shit. Mansour was like almost too patient. I think he's got a lot of potential, but he's way too patient in there. I feel like he's too caught up with making everything look absolutely perfect that he kind of just gets stuck almost. But I think he's got a lot of potential. But yeah, this was just another like shit fight. The card really dropped off a cliff. But what's next? Cody Garbrandt versus Raoni Barcelos. Now, round one, Cody Garbrandt goes out there. He's putting hands on Raoni Barcelos, but he's fighting like it's guaranteed that he's gonna get a KO in round one. And I think he gassed out throughout the fight. He rocked Barcelos multiple times in round one, but he was throwing like 4 or 5 punch combinations, and he just gassed out. Like, Barcelos was wrestling a lot. He started landing good shots on the feet. And same thing with round three. Cody Garbrandt just lost all the pop in his shots. He's a terrible fighter. Cody Garbrandt fucking sucks. He's carried by his speed and power and athleticism. But it seems like that's going. And yeah, I don't think Cody Garbrandt was ever that good. I think he's a tailor-made matchup for Dominic Cruz. He's just the worst matchup for Cruz imaginable. And then after that, he fucking loses to everybody. He's not good. Barcelos was just better. I thought he'd be too slow and get chinned, but yeah. He was landing good shots on the feet. He was mixing in takedowns. He did well in this fight. I'm happy for Raoni Barcelos because he's old. He's been in the UFC for a while, but this is a big win for him. Even though Cody Garbrandt fucking sucks, he is a big name because he beat Dominic Cruz by a 3-2 decision. But yeah, good stuff from Raoni Barcelos. But I'm the number one Cody Garbrandt hater on earth. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit salty, but I just don't like the guy, dude. But on to the next one. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Petrosky. This was another terrible fight. Edmund was piecing him up with the jab and pretty much the whole fight. I think he broke Petrosky's arm with a kick that was meant for the head in round 3, and only after that did Petrosky decide to fight like he needed to finish when he was already down 2 rounds. Edmund was just a lot better than him on the feet. I expected a knockout. That's not what we got. I think Edmund could have done a little bit better in this fight, but his takedown defense looked good. But I just feel like if you're going to be top level, you really need to smoke Andre Petrosky, and that's just not what happened. So this was a decent performance from Edmund. He didn't gas out in a round, but he fought very patiently, almost too patiently. Such a slow pace in this fight. Petrosky had his moments on the feet. He landed some good shots, but Edmund was just way better. Just a way more technical striker. And decent performance. Nothing too bad. But on to the next one. I'm not going to talk about this fight for a long time. Rose won. I thought Maverick won the first 2. I thought she landed better shots in round 1 on the feet, and in round 2, her submission attempt was very close. But Rose won the fight. They both looked decent. This was probably the best fight on the card. Maybe besides the Garbrandt fight. I don't know. Those 2 were the best fights on the card. Actually, no. The main event kind of was just anticlimactic. So I would say this was the best fight on the card. I thought Maverick won. Not much to say about it. Rose won. Good for her. And I'm the best. So on to the next one. Main event. Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. Now, Joaquin Buckley, for the first 4 rounds of this fight, I think he forgot that he was an MMA fighter that knew how to wrestle. And in round 5, he remembered. He locked in round 5, dude. Buckley, I will say, even though this was a terrible performance, he showed amazing fucking potential in round 5. Round 5 was how I thought the fight was going to go. He stuffed all the takedowns. He was absolutely piecing Usman up on the feet. He was landing uppercuts and hooks. His footwork was a lot faster, just like I said it would be. He was way better on the feet. Usman, he landed some good body kicks, and he landed a couple good right hands, and that's about it. But in the first 4 rounds, Buckley had the grappling of a wet fucking napkin. He got taken down so easy, and he got held down. Round 1, Usman actually did a lot of damage. He cut Buckley open. But past that point, not a lot happened. It was just Buckley getting held down with his head getting pressed against the fence. He wasn't able to get up. He could never get his legs under him. And I think Usman was a lot stronger than I expected him to be. I didn't realize how much bigger he was until they faced off. So I thought Buckley would be around the same level of strength, so he'd be able to get up pretty easy, but his grappling just was fucking terrible early on in the fight, and it sucks because he can hang with anybody on the feet. His striking looked great, but he couldn't defend takedowns until round 5, and that was just so sad to watch because round 5 was flashes of fucking greatness. So Joaquin Buckley's still my boy. I love him. He's a great fighter, and I think he's going to come back better from this. I'd like to see him fight Ian Gary next. I still think he wins that fight. I'm still on the Buckley train, but this was just a kind of a letdown. But I think he has a lot of room to improve. So those were the fights. I'm fucking tired. I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm the best. I'm the best. Yeah. Decent card, not really. The main card was fucking terrible. Prelims were great. Malcolm Wellmaker, great prospect. Usman, Unk still got it. He looked great. His grappling was great in this fight. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.